But unfortunately, your sperm count was 0.
I can't eat too much.
That unfortunately, your sperm count was 0.
The way togi... That could be God protecting us, as in the planet Earth, from not having more togies. Coach Greg, in today's video, togi, he has no sperm.
This is a problem. This is a massive problem.
We've seen his blood work in the past. He had sterile pyuria. And for somebody who's been sleeping around, that's pathognomonic for chlamydia. And so we also know in his past that he's been drinking a lot of alcohol. He's done math. He's done a shit ton of recreational substances, all horrendous for your spermies. And so will Togi ever be able to have any of those 30 kids that he was bragging about last year that he wanted to have? Well, let's wait and find out.
All right, I'm on the way right now to the doctor. I gotta bust a nut for them. And I know, perfectly normal, dude. Before you guys, whoa, Togi, what are you doing? Totally normal thing. And if anything, you should go do it too.
Well, let's just hope that doctor wasn't Dr. Mike.
I gotta get a fertility test.
And so just so you know, I myself had previously had a fertility test, wanted to see if the swimmers were better swimmers than last time. Remember, I was in fact a swim competitor. I could do all the different strokes. And so I had to do a different type of a stroke for the doctor. And in case you're wondering, I at the time was on HRT and everything, I'm talking about the number, the size, all of it was perfectly normal. And that's Coach Greg after abusing steroids for 10 years. But Togi,
Cup rice,
he isn't so
cheese,
fortunate. Or perhaps he is.
You know, sometimes you're just chilling and you got to go busting out of the doctor to see if you can make babies.
Orange juice, more orange
juice. If you haven't done it, and you rip gear, it's an important thing.
And so for a guy who's blasted test, trend, who knows what he's been doing, he actually looks a little prepubescent. I mean, where's the facial hair? Does bro even shave? And what about that poorly defined jawline? I mean, if looks maxing was a thing, clavicular, mandibular, the list goes on and on. Why are they not growing any hair? Why are they not growing an actual jaw? And so I've actually noticed that with female bodybuilders, sometimes on much lower doses than Togi, that they develop more secondary male sexual characteristics than Togi has. Like, where is the jaw? Where is the hair? Where is everything? It hasn't surfaced as of yet. And so based on what we're seeing, it's highly unlikely Togi will ever be able to have kids.
I'm kind of nervous about this whole situation. Because how does this work, dude? You're going to have someone in there do it for me? I hope it's not a dude.
And so, no, that would be called a brothel. This is not a service that they provide. Perhaps a massage with a happy ending. This is a doctor's office, and last I checked with Mepsigram, she doesn't offer these services after getting their laser eyes.
This is like super weird. Look at this room I'm in. They got like a goon chair, bro. I'm not sitting in that. Who knows how many people have... That's disgusting, bro.
I'm with Togi on this. There's no way I would be sitting in that chair. They have, what, a DVD selection. They have YouTube. You can download your favorite video of Coach Greg and start gooning harder than last time. I mean, everyone is in there gregging their doucettes, and I want no part of it.
They got the whole TV. I'm not touching it. What are these people Googling on here? This is awkward that I'm talking to you guys right now.
And so my actual preferred method was having my female assistant at home. You don't have to go into the office and do it in person. You can actually do this at home, and you can bring it in as long as it's within whatever amount of hours and it's kept warm, close to body temperature. That is perfectly fine.
And also, where did that go? I don't know. Like they say they're testing it. What if it's gone off to China or something so people can't have mini Togi?
Honestly, that's valid. There is a small perception of weirdos around the world that can do anything. They see the Mr. Togi come in and they grab a little bit of this and they actually could use that to get pregnant. You just never know. If somebody were actually to steal Togi's sperm, like he goes into his clinic, let's say there's a person working behind the desk and he, instead of using his sperm to do the test, they bring it home, gives it to all of her friends, and they all get pregnant, 30 of them. which is technically Togi's dream, to have 30 kids. We've seen it in previous videos. Does he now have to pay child support for all of them? Does he have to give his millions of dollars of wins while gambling to all of his moms and children?
Hi, is this Janelle? You just called me.
Do you have an upcoming appointment?
No, I just did the whole nut thing.
All right, and so he's drinking a Monster, which is loaded in caffeine as well as taurine. That's actually great for sperm production. And so something also great for sperm production, clearly the Blue Lobster. We have these ingredients inside. I'm drinking before my bike race. And so if you're interested in making babies, definitely hit up HDLT supplements, not just for the pre-workout. Also want to get more attractive by adding in the Turk Builder Max. It's going to make you train harder than last time. The GO2 Max is going to give you more cardio in the bedroom.
GO2 Max.
And of course, the most important is actually getting hard. And of course, how can you not get Ferula Max? It's increasing your LH and FSH, going to make your testosterone higher. Starbucks, you all remember the old Togi videos?
Did the whole nut thing.
You would, I'm sorry?
I just came in the other day.
Imagine the wrong Janelle being on the phone. I just did the raw nut thing. And she's thinking, with who? You're supposed to be with me. He called the wrong biatchy chick, and she's not impressed.
What did you come in for?
I came in to come. Clearly, I mean, what do you think? Are you not a sperm collecting clinic? What do you think I came literally in for?
Semen analysis.
Okay, yes, sir. So it looks like she was just giving you a call back with the report Dr. Kavusi reviewed. So he did state that unfortunately your sperm count was 0.
The way Togi... The way Togi laughs, he's almost spitting out his oatmeal. Unfortunately, your sperm count is 0. Well, how do we know that that's unfortunate? I mean, for the world, it's very fortunate that there will be no more Togis. For him, perhaps he's going to be disappointed. We know he wants 30 kids, and so how is he going to make 30 mini Togis if he has actually no sperm? Like, rather than being shocked, disappointed, sad, he's laughing at himself. Like, this is a sign of a man who's very young. And so it is possible that they could, in fact, make a mini Togi. They could go into his testes with a microscope and examine. I'm not talking about his private area. I'm talking about inside the testes and use the microscope. Guys, I'm not that bad. And so they would find perhaps 1 or 2 sperm. Remember, in the ejaculate, there was no sperm, but it's possible that there's still a couple of swimmers, and they could then extract that and use it to make a baby basically in a petri dish. And so there is a chance that Togi, somewhere down the line, if he has lots of money and he can afford this, to make a baby after all. This is known as microscopic sperm extraction. And so remember, Togi almost died from overdosing on meth. Now, that one experience may not be enough to completely kill off your sperm, but when you're addicted to several various substances and you're doing that...
I don't know the fuck to... Like, do I actually care about this? Probably not. This shit. The fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. I'll actually get rich.
This is brutally honest advice for men to win in their 20s. I made my first million at 26. I crossed 100 million in net worth at age 31. And this is my roadmap for things that I learned along the way. I'd like to normalize a 6-day-a-week, 12-hour per day work week for men between 16 and 28. And despite all the self-worth voodoo that social media and society will tell you, you are valued based on your utility. And when you're young, you have none. But you have a lot of energy. And so trade that energy for experience points and become useful. The first rule of entrepreneurship, according to Alex, is use what you've got. And the reason I like that is because many people always don't start things because they don't have the capital, they don't have the connections, they don't have the whatever insecurity or projection of blame and power they want to put on. But the first rule is you use what you have. And so it's about resourcefulness, not resources. And so if you have energy, you use the resource you have, you use what you've got to trade, to develop experience, to develop proof that you can get good at a skill. And you only get good at a skill by not being good at a skill and repeating it and then failing at each time and then making incremental improvements, which take many, many repetitions until you actually get good. And this may be a little controversial, but I'm not here to be nice to you. I'm trying to be kind, which might mean that it hurts a little bit. So let's make this practical. If you have less than $100,000 in savings,
I got $0, dog.
and you would like
I got like $8, dog.
to have $100,000 or more in savings, these are the things that I would recommend doing. And that means that you have to check out your ego. Your ego is gone for this. All right, you don't care what other people think.
I'm feeling terrible. I just want to go to bed, bro. Fucking terrible.